Welcome everyone to a Tortuga Power channel update. Really not a channel update, just as just to stop in and say Merry Christmas to everyone. This is actually my favorite holiday of the year. Really enjoy it. I think it's great that even if you aren't Christian or you don't take the religious significance of Christmas into account, this is just a great time where everyone can kind of recharge their batteries, take a break from school, studies, or career job stuff. Hopefully get to spend some time with family, but even if it's not with family, I think that this is just a great time to recharge the old batteries. So that said, Merry Christmas to everyone, and whoops, no, not that. The game I'm going to be playing in the background here is Factorio, and I have an upcoming gameplay overview on this, which I'm still trying to hammer out. It takes me like 15 different versions to get one that I'm finally happy with, and I'm only on like take 5, so we have to be a little while longer before we get that out. But I really enjoy this game. I don't even know how to describe the game very well. You're just a single person who runs around and builds a factory, and I would say it has puzzle, mostly tycoon elements, but maybe some like puzzle elements if you consider. No, I don't want that. I want this. If you consider that you have to there's easy, simple ways of playing the game where you don't really take into account the exact output of different things. So this is producing stone wall every half second. Probably better examples over here. This is producing 1 gear from 2 iron plates every half second, and then that iron gear will in turn be needed up here because this needs 1 iron plate and 1 gear to produce 2 transport belt every half second. So, you have to do this input on belts. You feed different automated assembly things. You get the right inputs to get the right output, and then that output usually gets chained, like in this case, this output of the gears gets chained into another to be an input to another more complicated assembly. I just love this game though. It's not necessarily something that I'll put on my channel. I plan on doing at least a gameplay overview of it, but I'm not sure if this is the kind of game that belongs as like a series on my channel. I'm a little skeptical that it is, in fact, so probably I won't do a series on it. I just really love this game anyway, though, and I want to make sure that we get a gameplay overview of it, just so people can kind of look and realize all the things that I think are so great about this game, because this is early access done right, in the same way that I would say that about Prison Architect or even Kerbal Space Program. So that said, a Merry Christmas. Like I went through that. A few things we can talk about. I've seen a lot of best games of 2016 videos going out, and although I have to say I'm not usually a big fan of those kind of videos, they strike me as almost like clickbait, which it's not my style, so I don't think it would make sense for that to be found on my channel. And especially that's true because I don't even play a lot of games. You can understand best games of 2016 from a channel where they do so many different things. Like when they're doing, maybe a new game every 2 weeks or so. Then you're covering 25 games or so through the course of a year. And yeah, then in that case it makes sense to make almost like a summary of what you've achieved, a summary of your conclusions throughout the year. That makes sense to me, but that's not the case for us. I don't do many different games. In fact, that's one of the things I can talk about. Instead of saying best games of 2016, I can give you my best games of 2016 if you'd like. It's really a short list. It's Distant Worlds Universe, Rule the Waves, and Advanced Tactics Gold. I think that these games all 3 of them are underplayed and are way better than people notice or than the attention they get. They're deserving more attention because of how good of games they are. Let's take a little bit of transport belt with us. So that's my games of 2016 that I would recommend. Probably if you're watching the stuff on this channel, you already own those or already know about them, so I don't really need to talk more about it. Now, one of the great things about Christmas is the massive amounts of materialism which emerge, which we love, in particular, probably, if you're like me. in the form of the Steam sale. So yes, it is true, the Steam sale is going on. And I thought I might as well talk a little bit about some of the games that I'm planning to pick up for the Steam sale or already have. First and foremost, and maybe of some interest to people, is I've decided I'm going to try to get Command Modern Air Force Naval Operations. It's a doozy of a game, but I plan on learning it. The other one is I've decided with XTRG that we should look into doing a War in the East series together, where I'm presuming that one of us plays one side and the other plays the other side, and we have a play-by-email multiplayer series. That'll be a lot of fun. So that's another game that I plan on picking up and learning. God knows where I'll find the time, but we'll do our best. So with that being said, those are 2 games I'm looking at right now. I highly recommend, I know that definitely Distant Worlds is on sale, 50% off. And the other games, let's see, Rule the Waves probably is not on sale, but we don't need to talk more about that. Advanced Tactics Gold is on sale, and I do highly recommend, I do highly recommend that one. It's really cheap, it's only like $5 or $10, and it's just, if you like World War II war games, you'd be remiss to not have that title. That's what I would say. Okay, so we'll park our train here. We're going to do a bit of turret creeping over to some enemy bases here. Factorio, I don't know if I've talked really enough about it. It's just an amazing game, though. I really appreciate it. Let's swap this out. Get our long-range things going. Probably going to need a bunch of these as well. And off we go. Spirit of Adventure. Alright, one more probably. Huh. Okay, right there. We're going down to kill these bases. I love the way the whole mechanic works in this game, because it's kind of like a grimy factory game. It has a great mood. I'll talk about these things more in the overview, but the mechanic of enemies is the native species don't like pollution, and they will attack your base after your factory is causing too much of it. Once the pollution, which we can see on the map as this red glow, so you can see it's outlined here. Once this spreads too far and it gets to the biter bases, if there's too much of it, the biters will, like this, will attack. Help me. Let me get a turret down real fast. This is the base creep that is very typical. Come on, save me, save me, save me. Oh god, I don't have armor on yet. That was a mistake. Let's build some armor. Good. We're safe. Actually, I better leave that down while I continue to creep forward so we have a fallback point. Oh yeah. These guys don't look friendly. And quickly. Got it. Okay, start creeping this one forward. My god, that was close. And creep you forward now. Okay, good. Now we just defend this area. Love this game. I mean, this is not what most of the game is about. It's not really about killing the enemies. It's just a consequence of your actions, which is a natural consequence of your actions would be inciting the natives against you if you go there and just start exploiting their planet. Has that Fern Gully type feel to it, but it's done well. It's not. I'm not going to say this is like Avatar and kind of stupid. I like the movie Avatar from a like visual perspective or whatever, but I don't think it's fantastic. It's not innovative or creative. Just stole from Fern Gully. I'll talk about nothing. Time with Tortuga. This is really what should be called channel ramblings more than anything. So I did mention I'm getting Shimano, whatever. I've been looking into the Endless series, like Endless Legend or Endless Space 2, because I've realized I really do like the Space 4X genre, and one way I can, I don't know. Oh, no, bad. One way I can promote that more is just by putting more content of that on my channel. So maybe we'll do like there's a lot of different 4X space games, but Endless Space 2 has real potential, especially because I think people at Amplitude are pretty talented. So we'll just brave a few attacks here. Good, so the turret creep is done here. And we're about to heal up to full. Very good. Now it's time for us to conduct a raid on the other base, which is to our west. But I think we'll leave that alone for now. I'll go back to the base, because I'm basically done with this video. Just want to say Merry Christmas, talk a little bit about some of the games. Oh yeah, if you have advice or suggestions about what to get on the Steam sale, found something that's particularly good to pick up, let me know, and I'll consider getting it, because it's actually from other people's recommendations. People have been saying, Simano or Kamano, this is a great game, you should get it. You know, I'm not trying to make this channel naval focused, but we have done a lot of naval things, and people picking up on that recommend further naval games. So, yeah, that's been that. Okay, what else? Anything else? 2016 games I talked about. I'm not going to do my own best of 2016, but yeah, I've mentioned the games I appreciated the most during this year. There's another game I'm missing. War in the East, I already talked about. Factorio. Okay, if I forgot something, then I'll just put it, I'll either re-record this again, or I'll put it as another channel update maybe for New Year's Eve. Anyways, thanks for watching, Merry Christmas, and I'll catch you soon.